Welcome to Bright by Your Side with Jen, upleveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. I am your host, Jen Dyer, and today we're asking the question, can you actually make yourself smarter? Well, the answer is yes. And it's all about unlocking your superpowers by mastering and controlling your brain waves. I know this sounds really crazy, but this has been proven to bring higher levels of thought, next level creativity, self healing, help you change your mindset in a really deep and profound way, going from that cranky, the glass is half empty, to the person who says, thank you, I'm so glad I have water, that kind of thing. Big, much more fun to be around, right? And then growing your intuition. And so here's the thing, you've already enjoyed these superpowers. You just don't know how to control them and you haven't figured it out. For example, have you ever, going to play the game, how have you ever walked into a room and you instantly knew everyone was angry? Like nobody said a word. You just could just know. Um, or you left everything was fine. You left the room and you came back and you could tell something changed, right? There's that phrase, you could cut the tension with a knife. Like everyone knows it's a thing. Everyone knows what that feels like. Have you ever had somebody try to sneak up behind you and even though they didn't make a sound, you caught them? And they said, "How did you know I was there?" He's like, "I don't know, something made me look." Have you ever had, a little voice inside you kinda tell you that something was a bad idea and you didn't listen and then you regretted it and you said, "I should have listened." Here's some of my favorite ones, and I know this one's happened to you. Have you ever been looking down, doing something, reading, you're looking at your phone, and you look up and over and someone's totally staring at you? Like, you could feel that, right? You could feel it. This is the one that gets me because people could say, "Oh, well, that's a protective mechanism. You can sense that. It's, part of our innate, survival skills." How about this one? Have you ever been looking down, looking at something, and you look up and over, and there's your friend walking away who isn't supposed to be there, and you like, "Hey, Kyle, like, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "I can't believe you saw me in this crowd." And you say, I don't know, something just made me look, and there you were. I mean, you might be looked and seen something that was really you needed to know. It's amazing how you get these little sparks to look over and you see exactly the right thing at the right time. We already have these abilities, but what if you could increase those abilities? What if you could hear that little voice more clearly or even ask it questions that get answers? The best part is that the process to grow those abilities, the process itself has been scientifically proven, we're talking science, scientifically proven to reduce anxiety and stress because it reduces stress hormones. It improves immune function and it promotes self-healing. Now, immune function, stress hormones, like that is really measurable. Those can be measured by just a simple blood draw. So why wouldn't you want to practice this? And you can. And I've done it too. And I can't wait to tell you the crazy stories that I have had doing this process. I've even used it to find my keys. Like that's it. That's how practical it can be. And great minds in the past have used this. Edison, Einstein, Tesla, they would all seclude themselves in a room and called it maybe taking naps because we didn't have words for this process. But let me tell you one of my crazy stories about doing this. So the key is you practice it so that you can do it really quickly. You practice it and get better at it, and you give yourself some triggers so that you can do it very quickly. So my family, my husband, my daughter, and I, we had a favorite knife. It was the little paring knife of the night lock set. And we always use it all the time. We used it for everything. And my daughter really, really loved it. But we realized it had been missing for like 3 weeks. We each thought that it was in the dishwasher when we needed it. None of us had seen it. So then you start wondering, like, how could we have lost the paring knife? You don't take it to someone's house. It shouldn't have ever left the house. So we could not find it. My husband was literally like, taking apart the dishwasher and sticking his hand down into the garbage disposal and going opening pipes. And because we really love this dumb knife. So I was like, he's sitting there pulling drawers out, like literally pulling drawers out and looking behind drawers. And I'm like, I'm going to try this because this thing is supposed to work. So I did. I stood there and I did my process and I got this sentence: the paring knife matches the outdoor flatware. And I opened my eyes and I said, the paring knife matches the outdoor flatware. And sure enough, where we keep all the stuff for barbecues, it was in there. So, and I know that sentence was so weird because I would have said, it looks just like it looks, I would have used totally way more words. I would not have said it so perfectly and concisely, but this is what I'm talking about. You can call them their ideas. You can call them the deeper parts of your brain that suddenly, if you just stop talking, it'll help you. You can pull this stuff out. Whatever you want to call it, it works. And the problem is, most of the time, we are in a level of thinking that is just chatter, chatter. And because when you try to like go to sleep and your mind keeps chattering and you can't sleep, that's what I'm talking about. So let's go over the different brain waves. So we start with the beta waves. That's your normal daily activity. This is chatter spot. Right now, we need it. We need it. We're walking, we're moving, we're doing things, we're doing tasks. This is your standard everyday adult way of thinking all day long. Alpha waves are a little slower. They are linked to relaxation, calmness, and a state of peaceful awareness. Now, this is often called the zone or the flow, right? So, this is when you're shooting free throws and you are just like in that zone. You're not hearing the people in the park or the playground, whatever. You are making basket after basket. Or maybe you're painting or you're drawing and you're way into it, and somebody comes and talks to you and someone says your name and starts talking to you, and it like scares you, like you're startled by it because you were in the zone. This is alpha. And when you come out of it, you're like, oh, I wish I could get back into that. Like you kind of enjoy it. It feels good, right? What if you can do that on purpose? That's alpha. Theta, little slower, little deeper. This is deep relaxation. And this is where you would access your subconscious. So like when I was in the kitchen trying to figure out where stuff is, where the knife was, this kind of dug deep. It allowed my brain to like dig deep and pop stuff out. So this might be really good. Like if you have school, you have a final, if you can go into this state, it might help you remember the things that your subconscious saw. Your subconscious sat through all those classes or sat through all those meetings. If you just let it dig deep and stop talking, you can pull out these nuggets of memory that your subconscious has recorded. It records everything. So this is that feeling of like you're drifting off to sleep, that when you're watching TV and your spouse talks to you and you say something insane, you didn't know you were asleep. So that is the theta level. It's a light sleep. And this is kind of what those great thinkers I mentioned, they would go take naps. But Edison would take his nap with a metal ball in his hand so that when he actually nodded off for real, the ball would fall out of his hand and the sound would wake him up. So he was not trying to actually sleep. He was trying to be in these states of mind to get him to the next level of creativity. Delta waves, this is when you're sleeping. This is the dominant wave while you're asleep. But this is also restorative and healing. So if you can boost your delta waves on purpose, you can do regeneration, self-healing. So think about that. That's the part of brain that solves problems while you're sleeping. Like, why is my sleep brain smarter than my awake brain? Why does my sleep brain figure out these problems? It's a really powerful part of your thinking processes. The last one is gamma. Gamma waves are linked to high functioning, high information processing, cognitive functioning. This is whole brain activation. So by that, I mean both sides of your brain work at the same time, but only in gamma, because that's the only level where both sides of your brain actually can function in gamma. So gamma, both sides of your brain, you're using both sides of your brain at the same time. Like that's amazing. So you're creative and you're really analytical at the same time. So this is your bliss state. This is happiness, excitement. When Buddhist monks meditate, they emit gamma waves. And are they not like the happiest people? They're just so peaceful and happy. So you want to be able to use these gamma waves because gamma also is where manifestation starts to happen. And I really would love to tell you stories of the crazy things I manifested. I'll do an episode on manifestation because this is the practice to help you get there. So, have you ever noticed that young children can pick up foreign languages faster than adults? Well, and then think about how much infants and toddlers have to learn in such a short amount of time. I mean, they're not only learning about gravity and things, how to use their muscles and their bones, and their muscles and their mouths specifically. I mean, my gosh, so much to learn, so much wiring going on. Well, from age 0 to 2, you are mostly in delta. From age 2 to 6, you are in primarily theta. So that's that language learning area, right? These kids can totally like learn Spanish just from being around the nanny when the parents are like, me llamo, like they never get past me llamo, right? So um, they are primarily in theta. Ages 6 to 12, you're primarily in alpha. And you remember how imaginative you were when you were 6 and you were 5 and 6, building forts and things, all the things you would pretend and play, and all how much fun was that? Like, isn't that a wonderful place? So that's alpha. And then adolescents do peak at alpha, but then beta starts to become dominant. And that's us. That's us, the thinking brain. Chatter, 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 chatter. Gamma does peak at age 5, but declines as we age. And studies show that if your brain produces high levels of gamma, you tend to be happier and more receptive. You also have a higher IQ and better concentration. Like, who doesn't want that? If your brain produces low levels of gamma waves, you may develop learning and memory problems, lower concentration, attention span, and mental ability, um, which can lead to learning disabilities or mental disorders. And so because of that, researchers have indicated that the use of gamma waves can be used to treat Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, mild traumatic brain injury, epilepsy, stroke, attention deficit disorders, and mood disorders. So the good news is that you can train yourself to enter all of these states. There are measurable, specific ways to get your brain to do this. And you can measure your brain waves. You can measure, there's actually a scale called the Spain scale where they measured your frequency and the brain output, the energy output. They could pinpoint exactly what emotion that subject was feeling at the time between passion and anger. From the outside, they kind of feel the same. Actually, they could tell because they're different frequencies too. So it's time for me to take a break. So when we get back, I will tell you how you can get into this and how you can hack your brain waves to increase your effectiveness, your intuition, decrease stress, basically be resilient and kind of amazing. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after the break here on Transformation Talk Radio. Welcome back to Bright Fireside with Jen, upleveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science here on Transformation Talk Radio. And we are talking about brain waves and how they can improve your life once you learn how to use them correctly. So again, we were talking about gamma. Gamma is a little more intentional, but it's easy and it's enjoyable to get your brain into gamma. This is your bliss state. So you can train yourself to get into these different brain waves, alpha, theta, gamma, on demand to make them useful, whether you're looking for healing, whether you're looking for just to feel better that day, to manifest. Like I said, gamma is where manifestation happens, or to be in the flow because you need to get a project done. And again, this is all measurable. Science can measure it. We can watch brain activity, record the different brain waves, and measure body function in real time. And like I said, the Spain scale, they actually recorded from high to low the different frequencies that your brain puts out based on what you're feeling, based on your emotion. Emotion here is key in managing that too. But this helps you learn how to manage your emotions. So imagine intentionally hacking that brilliant child mind to integrate new languages, improve physical ability, learn new skills, and improve creativity, especially in the workplace. Imagine activating whole body restoration and healing intentionally. In fact, a study published by in somatic medicine, psychosomatic medicine, showed that participants who engaged in 8 weeks of, we're going to call this mindfulness. It's is similar to meditation. It's a transcendent practice, but it's very active. 8 week engaged in an 8 week mindfulness meditation program and had higher antibody responses to the flu vaccine, indicating a stronger immune system. So that, again, measurable. They have to find things they can measure, right? Pain. Doctors are using medicine and transcendent practices as a complementary practice in managing chronic pain and aiding in recovery from surgeries. Brain imaging studies show that meditation can reduce pain related activity in the brain and modulate areas involved in pain processing. So this is actually based in science. You can watch it in real time now that we have the ability. So imagine being happy and blissful on demand as well as healing, all of these wonderful things, or learning better. Um, so we've learned that experiencing gratitude, love, and joy create gamma waves, um, even when you're intentionally doing it. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. Um, there are processes that actually one of my teachers, Dr. Dawson Church, developed specific protocols to release dopamine, to release oxytocin and serotonin, and all of these wonderful neurochemicals that you can find useful at certain times. So I am going to do a little bit what I call neural frequency alignment, but this is just, since we don't have much time, we're just going to do a very shortened process just to get a feeling of what we're talking about. Because people will say, I can't meditate. It's so boring. My brain doesn't stop. Well, we're going to keep your brain busy. You're going to be busy. So it's not boring. It's not. In fact, you feel good afterwards. So we're going to put on a little music here and we're going to start the meditation right now. So obviously if you're driving, don't close your eyes, but you can listen along and do this when you can get home. All right. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths to relax. And by deep breaths, we always breathe in through our nose, and then we exhale more slowly than the inhale, and then we kind of settle into that empty space and feel that empty space. Ready? All right. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly exhale. Exhale slowly. That's right. And then settle into that empty. Another deep breath in. And exhale slowly, 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 slowly exhale. That's right. And then settle into that empty space. And then one more time, breathe in and exhale it out your day. Slowly into that empty space. Feel your body settle. So I want you to bring to mind someone you truly love. It can be a family member, a friend, even a pet, living or passed away. Remember somebody who you truly loved, somebody who made you feel just unconditionally loved. See this soul in front of you. Have a memory of them being in front of you and sometime when they made you feel really good. And as you do, feel the love they fill you with, feel it in your heart and smile. Now give this love a color, light green, pink, blue, whatever you feel, it's your color. Give it a color. Now take another deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine this love expanding from your heart to fill your entire body. Feel it, that color is filling your entire body. And while that's filling your entire body, imagine a beautiful white light coming from above, landing on your head, going all the way down your spine, down to the floor, and down to the center of the earth. Your body is now filled with the color of that love that you had for that person, and you are receiving this beautiful light from above, and it's anchoring you to the center of the earth, and you feel so safe and warm. Now take another deep breath, And as you exhale, imagine that color, that love and light in your body filling the entire building that you're in. Start with your room and then your, whether it's a house or apartment building, fill the entire building. Imagine it touching everything that's living, plants, animals, every person in that building. The color is covering them. Now, take another deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine that light spreading to your city. You can imagine looking at it from above or looking at it on a map. Take another deep breath and exhale. Yes, and keep smiling and remember that feeling of love from that person, how they made you feel so good, and expand that feeling now across your country. If you need to see it on a map or just look at the flag, do it that way and wish it for everybody. Spread this color on every living thing. Another deep breath and exhale and push that love light, that color out to the entire planet. Imagine the globe covered in that color of your love light. Now smile and wish all of these people, say a blessing for them. Imagine saying to them, I wish you peace. I wish you to be free from pain and suffering. Just feel that love that you have for that person and how they made you feel. Feel that gratitude for having them in your life, for the experiences that you shared. They made you feel so loved. Imagine them and cover them with this light too. This beautiful light that's coming from your heart. Shine it on them. You're shining it on the world. Your body is filled with it. Keep smiling. They loved you so much and it felt so good. And with that blessing, know that the beautiful white light that's coming through you from above is empowering you, and giving you everything that you need to go about your day, everything you need right now in this very moment of your part of your life. That beautiful life force coming from above is filling you with strength and knowledge, and it's empowering you to share that because you truly are a beautiful, loving, amazing person. You have so much to give to people, and you're doing it right now just by radiating this love to those around you and to the entire planet. Now feel that love from that person. Feel that, how lucky you were, how lucky you are to have them in your life or to have had them in your life. A wonderful, wonderful experience. So now I'm going to count to 5. And with each number, you're going to feel better than ever. You're going to feel in perfect health. You're going to be so happy from all of this feeling, this love that you've had. 5, feeling better and better. 4, 3, 2, you're feeling better and better as you're about to wake up. Take a deep breath. 1, and open your eyes. Yeah, I hope you're still smiling. Keep smiling. How do you feel? You just reduced some stress hormones and you raised your vibration. You know that's good for manifesting, right? In fact, you maybe if you're really feeling good, make a wish. Make a wish. Now remember to share this feeling with those around you, especially your kids. Share it with your kids, making them feel love and laughter and gratitude, making them smarter and healthier. Share it with your family and those you love. So I actually have developed a process for each one of these brain waves, whatever it is that you need. And all you need to do is reach out to me at info@brightbyyourside.com. And we can set up an appointment. I can show you these. And these are tools that you will have in your toolbox. I'm also working on recording them and putting them online for you. So reach out to me if you're interested, if you need healing, if you can't sleep. This is a wonderful process I would love to teach you. So we are out of time. If you go to brightbyyourside.com, you will also be able to download my free energy and mood reset. It's a really short, step-by-step, quick that you can cheat sheet that you can take with you anytime you go into a meeting or anytime if you came out of a bad meeting or, school, whatever it is that people got you down. This will help you reset before to make you resilient to whatever you're walking into or to reset so you don't take it with you for the whole day because you need to be able to refocus and be positive and share these vibrations with the world because you are a powerful being. So we can increase your superpowers. I can show you how. Info at Bright by Your Side. Reach out to me. Free consultation. We can talk. Okay. So I am out of time. My name is Jen Dyer, again with brightbyyourside.com. And you have been listening to Right by Your Side with Jen, upleveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. Thanks.
You're listening to Bright by Your Side with Jen Dyer. Upleveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science. Are you looking to live your life with more flow and ease? Every episode, she has enough surprising information and tips that you will be able to come away with at least one nugget that could change your life. You will learn to build resilience to stress and overwhelm, find joy every day, and manifest your dreams. Gain understanding of your little terrified human that is holding you back, and that brave, bright inner being that is nagging you to move forward. She's here to help you feel empowered to make that change. Bright by Your Side starts now.